皆さんおはようございます。Thank you for joining me. This is the Japanese article of the day for October 1st, 2025. 2025年10月1日の記事でございます。So for our title today, we have 運転免許証。旅行で来た外国人は取ることができない。So, 運転免許証 is a driver's license. So driver's license, that's our topic.Whenever there's a space between the first word and the rest of the title, that's kind of like, okay, this is our topic relating to this topic. So driver's license. 旅行で for travel or at travel for travel. 旅行で来た外国人. So 外国人 foreigners, foreign people. 旅行で来た外国人 foreigners who have come for travel. So 旅行で来た外国人は取ることができない。So, 取る is to take or to get, sometimes like achieve. So here we have 取ることができない。So, ことができる is able to do something. So, 取ることができる would be able to do something. This is the negative. 取ることができない。So, foreigners who are here on travel, for travel, cannot get driver's licenses anymore.Used to be that you could, now you can't. Okay, here is our vocab from the article. We have 運転免許証. 運転免許証 is a driver's license. 旅行 is travel. 外国人 is a foreigner. バイク is a motorcycle. 知識 is wisdom or knowledge.技術 is technology or art, not as in art, like art kind of stuff, like paintings and things like that, more like how something is performed, right? Like the art of making something, right? And we have 合格する to pass, like a test or exam or a qualification, to achieve a qualification. 合格する交通 is transportation, and 意見 is opinion.
外国から来た人が車やバイクの運転免許証を取るときのルールが変わりました。外国の免許証を持っている人は、知識や技術のテストに合格したら、日本の免許証を取ることができます。今までは旅行で来た外国人も免許証を取ることができました。しかし今日からは日本に住んでいない人はほとんど取ることができなくなりました。テストも今までより難しくなりました。日本の交通のルールをよく知らないで運転している人が多いのではないかという意見があったためです。
Okay, let's get right into our article.
外国から来た人が車やバイクの運転免許証を取るときのルールが変わりました。
外国から来た人. Alright, let's just break it down from there. 外国から来た人. So we have our main noun here, 人, person or people. 外国から来た人. So people who have come from foreign countries, 外国. We have 来る in the past tense, 来た。外国から来た人が車やバイクの運転免許証。So 車 cars や things like バイクの motorcycle 運転免許証。So driver's license for cars or motorcycles. Bike is motorcycles, not bicycles or bikes. Like in English, that would be 自転車. So, を取る So to take or get driver's license for cars or motorcycles. 取る時のルール. So rules for when, 時, you are going to get your driver's license for cars or motorcycles. そのルール, those rules, ルールが変わりました。変わる to change. So the rules for when you get your driver's license for cars or motorcycles, or for when people who come from foreign countries get their driver's license for cars or motorcycles has changed. Those rules have changed.
外国の免許証を持っている人は、知識や技術のテストに合格したら、日本の免許証を取ることができます。
Okay, so 外国の免許証. So 免許証 being licenses. So licenses from foreign countries. 外国の免許証を持っている人. So 持つ is to have or to hold or to have in your possession in the ている form here. So 持っている人 would be someone who has. So 外国の免許証を持っている人. People who have foreign driver's licenses は知識や技術のテスト. So 知識 is knowledge or wisdom, but in this case probably something like knowledge. Knowledge や技術 technology or art のテスト. So test about knowledge or 技術 can also be skill. I guess that might be what you'd use here. So knowledge and skill tests に合格したら. So 合格する is to pass something like a test. So here テストに合格する is to pass a test. So 合格したら. The たら form here, taking the verb する into たら. たら like once you've done this or when you've done this. So once you pass a knowledge and skills test, 日本の免許証を取ることができます。So 日本の免許証 a Japanese license を取る to get ことができます。You can get a driver's license from Japan. So people who have a foreign driver's license, once they passed a knowledge and skills test, can get a Japanese driver's license.
今までは旅行で来た外国人も免許証を取ることができました。
So 今までは this was telling us this is our new topic. Oh, but as for up till now, 今までは up till now, 旅行で来た外国人. So 旅行で来る is to come for travel or maybe something like tourism. 旅行で来た外国人. So foreigners who are here or in Japan for travel, も also foreigners who are here for travel, 免許証を取ることができました. So these people could also get a driver's license. So 免許証 license 取る to take ことができました. They were able to get a driver's license in this manner.
しかし今日からは日本に住んでいない人はほとんど取ることができなくなりました。
Okay, しかし however, 10月1日 or she said 今日10月1日からは from today or October 1st 日本に住んでいない人 So 日本に住んでいる would be someone living in Japan. This is the negative. So 住んでいない人日本に住んでいない人 people who are not living in Japan はほとんど most of them はほとんど取ることができなくなりました。So we have 取ることができない cannot and then it has become so that they cannot. That's a change that's happened. 取ることができなくなりました。So できない goes to できなくなる。It's no longer possible for people who don't live in Japan to get, or most of them, to get a driver's license.
テストも今までより難しくなりました。
So, テストも also the test 今までより yori is like more than, especially if it has an adjective afterwards. So we have 今までより more than previously or up till now. 難しくなりました. So once again we have 難しい difficult, and then that's turned into the くなる form. So it's now become more difficult. Test also is more difficult than it was before.
日本の交通のルールをよく知らないで運転している人が多いのではないかという意見があったためです。
Okay, so when we have a sentence that ends with ためです, they're giving a reason for something. So, and what is our reason? It says 意見があった. 意見があった. There are opinions that exist. 意見がある. 意見があった. So, there are people who've had this opinion. Now, what is the opinion? So, 日本の交通のルール. So, 日本の交通 traffic or transportation のルール rules for transportation をよく知らないで So よく知らないで This is 知る in the negative form to not know and よく as well. So to not know the rules for transportation in Japan very well. 運転している人 So people who are driving 運転する in the 定義 form 運転している人 People who are driving without knowing the traffic rules or the transportation rules very well. が多い There are lots of people who don't know the rules that are driving. And then this part is really interesting here. So のではないか So literally it is not that kind of a thing. But then you have the ka here. So remember, ではない is the same as ではありません or じゃない. It's just a more literary form of it. So in Japanese, when you are not sure about something, but you have like a feeling that that is the case, you will often use this のではないか. Even colloquially in casual settings, you're like, のじゃないか or んじゃないか。おいしいんじゃないかな。難しいんじゃないかな。So this is, there are people having the opinion that this might be the case. So のではないか。日本の交通のルールをよく知らないで運転している人が多いのではないか。Aren't there, or there just might be a lot of people who are driving without knowing the Japanese traffic rules very well. And という, that's describing what kind of opinion they have. So often come in front of nouns like opinion or thoughts or anything like that. So yeah, the reason that the test became more difficult and that it's more difficult for foreigners to get driver's licenses unless they live in Japan is because there are a lot of people who think there are lots of foreigners who don't know the Japanese traffic rules and they're driving. So it's dangerous. So yeah. Things are kind of changing pretty drastically for people who are foreigners living in Japan. And with kind of the things that have been going on in Japan, I think it kind of makes sense. There's a lot of people who are taking advantage of Japanese culture and Japanese people's kindness and are kind of doing things that a lot of Japanese people would not appreciate. So this is kind of a move in the opposite direction, saying, hey, don't take advantage of us. If you're going to live here, learn to live here and obey the rules and manners and customs and culture. So thank you so much for being here today. Hope you enjoyed the article. If you did, please like and subscribe. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. And I will plan on seeing you tomorrow. また明日.